And welcome back, everybody, to Carlisle. Carlisle, God, get me T's right. Welcome back, everybody, to the PBA World Indoor Singles Qualifier here at Carlisle Indoor Bowls Club. We're up to the last 32, and our featured game should be a cracker. These two have gone head-to-head before, and it is John McHutchison taking on Gary R. Smith. We've had a full day so far. Everything's gone well. I don't know whether you watched the last game, and a spoiler alert coming in. Young Owen Kent winning. Great to see the young kid winning the game. So what they're playing for, they're playing to get to the Holy Grail, I call it. Down to the World Indoor Championships, 5th of January to the 21st, down at Potter's Resort, Hopton-on-Sea. So, who have we got? Two lads who've been on the stream a few times. Both had the successes on the stream, both had the successes not on the stream. So, got Gary R. Smith in the white shirt, playing with the darker red balls, Tiger Pros, size 4. And he's playing Scotland's John McHutchison, been on the stream a few times. And he's playing with Thomas Taylor's size 4. I've got my man in the right there. My right hand man's in the commentary box with us. He's on, what was it, diesel number what?
Just a second.
Second one, yep. Second one this afternoon. This should be a decent game, mate.
That'll be a cracker.
It should be.
I was saying earlier on, the last time they played, it went down to the last ball of the last end of the tie break, and John drew, I would say he was probably hanging over the edge of the ditch 2 millimetres to win the game.
Is that at Stanley, did you say?
It was. It was. So yeah, it'll be a good game. John's been kicking around the latter stages of World Qualifiers for a few seasons now. Gary just always seems to play well, and I think he was saying at Hartlepool he's lost about 3 or 4 games, last balls of the game. So I was going to say this morning, now you've got the draw, I was going to give you until the last 32. Call you winner.
Call me winner. Yeah, just I'm just looking to see who's marking. Obviously the markers are getting beat. Call me winner. Oh well, Trevor Taylor.
Trevor Taylor.
Trevor Taylor. Trevor Taylor. He
Good
went.
Call.
The reason for it, he went that close last time when he was under the weather. He's fully fit. So he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders now after I've tipped him.
Well, I'm going to stick with my mucker, Mr. Hartley. I think this piece of green will suit him down to a T. And if they're in opposite halves, I'm going to go for a Hartley-Taylor final, because I agree with you on Trev.
I'll have to work that out once. Yeah, it looks like they probably are in other halves.
I think this piece of green is going to suit the robot, so to speak, the monotonous draw bowler.
Trying to say Paul's monotonous?
In a good way. He will just draw all day. Gary Smithy's going to be up there as well. I think you'll I I think John's a little bit more attacking player than what Gary is. So I think you'll see a lot of good drawn from Gary. It's going to be the big balls that's going to be the difference in this game, I think. So, off we go.
As always, folks, we are going out on Facebook and YouTube. So if you've got a smart telly, stick it on your big telly if you've got YouTube. And lie back and watch the balls. Any comments, feel free.
And I'm still going to stick by what I said earlier on. I still think they're playing the wrong side of the green. I still think the three side is the better of the two.
Out of the games that we've streamed, everybody seemed to be... They haven't settled on a hand. There's not one of them that's like stuck on that hand and pommeled it. And they've struggled, gone on the other hand, struggled, gone on the other. They just never settled on it.
The trouble with this one side of two is, for me, it's a fine margin between sticking or whipping across. I just think there's a lot more room for margin down the three side of two. But they'll probably completely prove us totally wrong, but so this will, just watching Gary's line here, I don't think this will get all the way back. And he has.
Well, he probably has, because he hasn't got...
He's short.
But you were probably right. If he had that 2 feet in, he might not have come down.
It just hangs. It's just... There's John just slapped his leg straight away, because you know if you get on the high side, it doesn't move. You can probably see it there now. Drags in.
Was it Stanley where John gave that absolute exhibition, didn't he? One of the games that was streamed.
John was playing against Trevor in the final, wasn't he?
Oh.
He was outstanding, yeah.
My Gideon.
Be interesting. I'd be interested. There's Mr. Vipond watching us there now. Graham, which hand would you play on rink? 2.
Oh, little tickle. Oh.
He's got a result there.
I got it.
Still only just the one, I think. I mean, if Graham comes back and disagrees with us, obviously I'll have to take him outside and have a word, because... Yes, sir. I totally agree.
Just give Scott the eyes there to get out there with the cameras. Must admit, they seem as if, there's a lot of the new lads going on, it's new to them, but...
Well, you play the rink as you find it in the trial ends, don't you? Just past experience might be different now that it's quicker. I've just past experience. I've always thought the 3 side plays better than the 1 side.
Well, he's coming down on the Carlisle line.
And it does get back on good pace. This is why I think it's the better hand.
Well played. Oh, the cracking ball.
Possibly made it 2, but...
Did we go 1 or 2 there, mate?
1, I think.
1.
You called it earlier, didn't you? You thought Chris miles wide, didn't you?
Yeah.
Team back.
Come back from nowhere, mate. Come back from nowhere. Made us look a fool, a goddamn fool.
Get me in no plane. Is Mr. Parkinson in touch during the last game? Any updates from Northampton? No.
I can probably run through. I've got the draw.
Oh, good start.
He's
Joe.
been marking actually. He's had to do a little bit of marking.
So he should as well.
These Gucci socks, shall we say?
He's been living it up in Spain for the last week. Deserves to do some marking.
See if I can. No, I think we had. Did we have a question about Charlie Beaton? Early in one of the previous games, he's actually in the Northampton qualifier. Whoever asked it, he's in the Northampton qualifier.
I thought they might have got mixed up with Charlie Bence. But
Yeah.
Well played, John.
Half of the last 16 is Paul Maynard playing Simon Skelton, John Wilson playing James Pullen, Martin Heisman playing Scott Edwards, Andrew Walters playing Mark Royal. Games and half there, mate.
Are they in the last 16 already? Are they?
The top half.
All right.
They'll be close to the last 16 because I think the other games will be coming to an end.
Right.
Great head of balls here already.
John's on a cracking line again. He'll come all the way back from there. Yeah, good stuff. Well played.
Of course, Gary had a busy weekend last week at the Cliff Richard Summer Holiday Nationals.
Cliff Richards.
The IBA Summer League. Got home in the triples and the
Top fives.
the top
runner-up in the
fives.
pairs, yeah.
I was just talking to him that he said the Kempston Park is actually Lawson Park.
Lawson,
The old
yeah.
Lawson, I didn't realise. I thought Lawson, I thought it went Pete Tong, I thought it went all together, but
This won't be too far away if he's got the right pace neither. It's not the worst ball in the world.
I think Gary just banks himself on the draw, doesn't he?
He will.
He'll bank himself.
He will. That ball doesn't make it any easier, because one thing I will say about that hand coming this way is if you get a touch high, it does drag. You've got to be really, really good pace to get back. If you're a ball under, you'll probably catch that front ball.
Well, all down to pace.
See that line is closer to the last ball.
Just needs to whip. Needs to whip and run.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got
Well
the feather.
played. Cracking ball.
Well done.
Well played.
He shot or second.
Yeah, shot ball, I think. Yup. Adam Trindy, you should know Chinese whispers and balls, you should ignore them. I haven't had 3 cheesecakes.
If you need somebody tapping on the table, it's
Yes.
Baldy. Well, he's got withdrawal symptoms of bloody cheesecake or what? I'm going, what the hell's that? And I'm looking, tapping his finger.
get this, or is it going? Just hanging on, I think. John's gone down that hand. Let's have a look at this. He's in a smoking line. Lacking a pound.
You'll have seen me glide across that surface, don't you?
Yeah, well played, Gary.
Good ball. This pace will suit Gary to a tee as well. He likes a fast green.
Cross again, Gary.
Yeah, good balls.
Oh.
Ah, tremendous. Tremendous balls.
Well, if there's a hand to beat it, it's going to be this one.
Don't think he's quite up again.
Gary's walking back. I can hear everybody shouting at the telly. What's the format? There
What's the
we go.
format, Richie?
What's the format? The format: 2 sets of 7 ends. Tiebreaker, best of 3 ends. You can hear around the country. We bloody know.
I can hear people saying we're on to the third end and I haven't got a clue what's happening here. Is it 21 ends? Is it 21 up?
Is it 21 up? What's going on? Did they tell you the format or not? Are you right, Cowboys? Well, all down to pace again here.
It's by the front board. He's good, but I think he's catching up. Oh, he might have sneaked.
Oh, he sneaked through for.
Yeah, sneaked through for third.
Well, mate.
Well, he ain't got a runner really because he's got nothing past the head. Damage limitation, maybe.
Yeah, I would think if he's 4 down, I think he'll
I would say he's 3 down. I don't think he's 4.
look to possibly lift his ball in.
I'm just wondering whether he'll rip through the outside of Gary's ball to try and clean a couple off.
Yeah.
He's close to it. That I'm right again, lad.
Oh, he just.
You'd think they'd played the shot before I commentated on him, wouldn't you?
You did. You think they'd listen to it? Put a earpiece in. Well, if we didn't think it was 4, I think John fancied it. John fancies the front ball. Yeah.
That's another one.
Good ball from John.
Was.
trying to keep you up to date with the other 8 games that's going on. Four on this green and there's 4 round the back.
Nitty-gritty part of the day for me. This is the game to get through to that. Everybody on the green stage, so you can have a look at who's left in and start to think.
I got a sniff.
Played him before, I've beat him before. And are you a believer in form against a player?
I think you can get in your head if you didn't get off to a good start, or if you get a couple of rubs against you, I think it can get in your head. I do think if you go on and you say, oh, I've never beaten him, and you say, you get off to a slow start and it'll creep in your mind again. It's like what we said before, 90% of this game is upstairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what's between your 2 ears.
Definitely.
Answer to your question, Brian, Mark Higgins is still in. He's currently playing. Well, he's not currently playing. Is he still in?
Well, he won his first game. I haven't seen him back on since.
He's playing. Yeah, he's out the back there. He's playing Darren Weir.
He is.
This needs to run, John. Adam asking who's our shout for the going to get to the final. We've already committed ourselves. Davey's gone with Paul Hartley, and I've gone with Trevor Taylor. If they're in the opposite end of the draw. But we reckon Mr. Smith will go close. Of course, you've got the home plate, you've got Stewie Irwin, it'll be not a million miles away. So Gary Lyon definitely won. This needs to get that. They were taking the mickey out of me because I said it was the.
Well played.
Was it the 2-yard whip on the bend when it gets on the arc and it seems as if it picks up a bit. Chuckle Brothers that were on the previous commentary were taking the mickey out of us.
Right, just taking a roast them. Should just battered them.
What I would say the side of Gary. It was funny if you don't know whether you seen the picture between. There was me, Gary, Paul in the middle. He looked like he needed a booster seat, Paul.
Paul, hi. We were looking from over there and saying, crikey,
who's
he
the
looks
small
nice and
lad?
relaxed over there, doesn't he? In the lounge position. So I'm just looking at who's left in, who's got Potter's pedigree. So John has qualified before. Gary, both of these players have qualified for Potters before. Darren Weir has played in the under-25s at Potters. Trevor Taylor. Jack
Paul.
Bird, I believe.
Yeah,
Stewie Irwin.
Obviously Paul Pears.
Paul, yeah. 6 or 7 in there who's been in and around it.
got on talking about the Hartlepool final with Paul. He hasn't getting over it.
I have. I mean, I wouldn't say I've got over it. I've just been reveling in it. Yeah, that's a hard one when you're one step away, potentially one ball away.
Well, ball.
Oh, he's just possibly made a couple of it though. John doesn't like this. I think you made the comment at Hartlepool, didn't you? Gary should be in tip-top indoor form. He's played throughout the outdoor season. Doesn't want to tickle on this jack. Oh, he's good.
Yeah, I think he had 3 games a day down. Well, 3 games the first triples, the pairs, and I think he played 4 games in the top 5. So he balled out.
Well, pace required, because if his pace is good, he's perfect, eh?
Not bad.
He's a cracker. Absolute cracker. Well played. Shot for Gary down the other. Personally, I think I'd rather be quicker at this than timing it. It's to just go through the thin of the ball. Doesn't want to give his ball a chance to go under it and flick the ball up for 2 down.
Well,
Sticks out there. Takes a long time to come back over pace on that hand.
oh. So, on to John. This is a tactic that I used at Stanley, mate.
Mat up, yeah.
He uses it at Stanley, and he just got in a rhythm. It was just mechanical.
Do you remember what happened? Didn't
Constant.
he started off exactly like that, and then he lost the jack, didn't he?
He did.
And I managed to get him on a fuller length.
Aye.
Change the game. Because I struggled early doors.
So 3-2, we go into end number 6.
Start out from Gary. Well played. Good reply from John as well, if he gets back. Yeah, well played.
You'll be pleased to know, mate, I polished that bacon sandwich off.
I did see, mate.
Glorious.
I did see.
Bit chowy, but glorious.
It's like a dog chewing on a bone, it was.
Glorious. Highly recommend anybody who fancies a bacon sandwich, just get it cooked about 8:30 and go back to about 3:30. Never lived.
not living much longer if you catch salmonella.
He did a grand job. Unfortunately, the bacon salmon seen the big lad off.
Rest in bacon pieces.
Choked on a bit gristle.
Top side here from Gary.
There's that sticky line, and it
Just drifts and drifts. He's only 2 foot over the pace, short yard over the pace. Just didn't get back.
Did VIP come back to say which hand he would have played?
He didn't.
Oh, he didn't. He's nodded off. He's due to come into the bar, I think. Is he on bar duty? 4 o'clock, I think.
Really?
4:30. We'll ask him.
Could be dependent on pace of the green, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh. Maybe there's no preference since they've had the underlay done at the minute. The regulars don't know.
Cracking line here from John. He's good strength. He'll get all of this. Oh, he's a cracker.
Oh, it's the 4 foot whip. That's what I said to them. Weren't having it. This just needs to run from Gary. Oh, he's very close if he can hang on.
Yeah, he's played a cracker.
Well played, son.
Played a cracker.
Yeah, well played.
We'll get much better than that. Dead pace, front toucher.
So, we said it was going to be a cracking game. 6 ends, 6 shots. One end shootout for the first set. Playing about 35 minutes. Can you imagine if it was 21 up, mate, it was 3s apiece, 34 minutes, 6 shots, so you're looking at another 7, it could be 8 till about 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Under the line from Gary. John's got a run. Oh, this is a bit of a mixy-matchy end. Would you fancy shot there, man? Gary's check high ball, do you think? Better line here from Gary. This is going to be a lot closer if his pace is right. Still needs to run. Oh.
See if I can get us soon find out off the marker.
Well, I would certainly say Gary's ball probably beats.
Measure between these two. It's close.
He's calling the measure.
That's Gary's. That's yours. Aye.
Well, he's got two options, mate, hasn't he?
He has.
Draw it
Draw
off it.
inside of that jack high ball or lift his own up to the jack. Now he needs to be good pace on that line because he'll not get back. It's good pace, he makes it. Because he get round the back of Gary's. Has he? Has he? Oh.
Or for a foot. Don't think that angle shows you a great deal either, does it? In fact, from there you would fancy his last ball.
Well, I would say you'll know. If this doesn't change, you'll know if John goes up to play his last ball which one he fancies. I would expect Gary to beat those. Well, I would say the line's good. I would say the pace ain't a mile away neither. What decides that?
I think that'll make
Draw this or run it?
I think he'd run it.
I do as well.
Catch his own yellow ball, he's a chance to tap the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Jack in the ditch.
And he's going down forehand, so he's running it, mate. Yeah. In the area.
He is and all.
And he can't catch that ball, for he might not get the right contact. Oh, he's caught the wide.
Yeah, Gary's ball's gone.
Has the ball stopped on? Oh!
It's one to John.
Well, John got the result. Lifted the ball. I'll get my fingers right. There we go. So good first set. Got the result, ran into it, got the contact. A little bit fortunate for the ball to go off as well. But hey ho. Stupid game at times. Great start. Just a quick reminder for anybody who's tuned in, you're watching the PBA World Indoor Singles Qualifier here at Carlisle Indoor Bowls Club. We're into the last 32. We are running around about 32 minutes late, probably due to the pace of the green. Final is due to go off at 10 o'clock. I think you're probably looking around about 10:30, quarter to 11. And me and Dave will be sitting here in our onesies, Barney Rubble and Freddie Flintstone. I'll let you guess who's who. John Lyons 3, yeah. Both getting forced onto this side of the green. Need to run. I might have hung in for second, maybe. To get this whip, big ball for Gary here, unless his last ball might be second. That could be second now, so Gary could be 2 down from that angle.
Maybe. It's one of them, 1 close for 4, isn't it?
Gone on to his preferred hand.
That looks under.
Yeah.
John's quick to pick the mat up, like, so maybe it's...
Definitely one. Might be getting umpire on. Kick on the green. Big shout out to the umpires here all day. And that's a 2. Don't know whether that was a carry on from the disappointment of the last end there from Gary.
Yeah, he was frustrated when he saw his ball roll off.
And he got forced on this side of the green. In fact, they both ended up going on the other end, the other side of the green that they haven't been leading on.
Yeah.
So
Said it earlier about that last ball, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
no, kind of do. Just looking across to see if there's any first sets gone.
Mr. Hartley won his first set, I think.
Oh, the ring numbers have all changed, haven't they? Pointless is looking at.
Good opener from John.
Decent reply. Won by the scoreboard. John Carswell's took the first set against Tom Slater. And Kenny Ball Seniors took the first set against Kenny Black. tonight. Patrick Richardson has took the first set against Michael Layden. Yeah, well played, Gary. John's having a little push at this.
He's not bad.
It's very close.
He's
to
not bad at all.
Get a grab off his. Oh, he's got
Oh,
it clean.
it's perfect.
Yeah, well played.
Great ball. 2 for that.
Is he up?
No, I don't think so. Not enough to hold his line, I don't think.
Getting up and on.
Needs to stand. Maybe all right. Marcus still fancies John.
For shot.
It's the legs.
It's the legs.
He's on a good looking line. Doesn't want to get down in the inside of Gary's though. God, that's teamed away. Crikey. Wouldn't have called that 2.5 foot tight halfway up.
You play the same on, mate? Or would he try the same shot that John played?
I think he'll backhand draw it again.
You want to rephrase that one, mate? You want to fancy the forehand?
Ah, definitely, yeah. I think the forehand all day long, to be honest.
Well, that looks about the same line as what John had.
Oh.
Very close.
He is as well. He is as
He
well.
needs to get a contact. Oh,
He's made it.
He hasn't.
Yeah, he's
Is
made
that his
2
back
of it.
ball?
He's made a couple of that.
Yeah, well done.
Might just be the one. John's just turned the one out.
One it is. Surprised because Gary, he's been leading Kenny on the other hand.
You've said you've seen this, so I think I was talking to Paul as well. Nobody seems to just settle on your hand and stick with it, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a much higher line than Gary's. Let's see what this does. Oh, he's not up.
It's a bit shy. That 4-foot whip. Yep.
John's sticking with his hand. Still looks wide to me, but
Needs to run.
good again.
Needs to run.
Trying its best, mind.
This will be close.
Mm-hmm.
Better line than his last.
Touch on that jack makes a 3 as well. Yeah, well played.
Might just force John down the bit of a double.
Measure for the second. This is a line, mind. This is a line.
Needs to run.
Should guarantee second at worst, I would say.
Still shot. Still shot.
Tickle on the white for 3.
Is he up? Not up. John, I'll just stick with the draw here, would you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a play to run to Gary's last ball, I suppose. Get a topside connection.
Don't want to be shoving his own 2 balls out there,
That's the option.
It's 2-1 up in the set. I think I'll be just trying to draw this. It's a safe draw.
So 1 to Gary, 2's a piece.
Change your tactics for Gary.
He's brought it well up and all.
Mm-hmm. Which is ordinarily John's go-to, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
There's that drift. Drags and drags. Well, John, you're on a great line. Strength required. Looks pretty good. Well played.
Darren, the latest score on the Ryan Low Paul Hartley's game. Paul Hartley took the first set and he's currently 4-1 up after 4 in the second set, which has just gone up to 5-1 after 5.
Great line again from John. His strength's good, he'll come all of that. Just lacking. Timer down the back of you, do you think? It's not an easy draw, both balls blocking. Time the ball out.
Yeah, clip it out for 2 minutes now. Nice, stuck with the drop. Needs to stand up. That's must be a timer the next time, mate.
Gotta be. Clear road required for John. He's not bad, I don't think. Yeah, he's in for 2.
Did the timer down the same hand, mate, or would you swap?
I'd be going down the same hand and trying to roll up through the jack, get to the back ball. It's a nasty little head, really. I suppose he has got balls over the far side as well if you want to play down the other. Backhand, I think, would be my preference, but
He's gone forehand, he's heard you.
oh, that'll go.
Controlled it.
Oh, he's good.
Close to the white here.
He is.
It's gonna
Got the ball on the way through, though, so he's probably still 1 down. Oh, miles to drop. You would favour this should be a comfortable 2 for John.
Do you want that a bit quicker? Do you want that a bit quicker or not?
I think his pace was right. I just think it would have been better on the other hand.
Right.
He's always going to be getting jack into the ball, where I think down the other you could have got ball or turned the jack away clean. But again, you make your choices on the rink. John's on a good line as long as his pace is right. That's in for 2. Yeah, well played.
So in a game that's been mostly singles, John picking up a double, taking the mat up.
Big end this one. Gary can't really afford to lose another one. John's got the draw available.
Last half of the 32 is due to go off at 4 o'clock. Obviously, as you can see, we're running around about half an hour late. So, stab in the dark, I would say it's going to be about 4:45. Good start here.
We're definitely going to be missing the last night at the proms tonight, mate, that's for certain. It's going to be a 11:30 finish, do you reckon? Something doesn't look right with us.
Take out the short ball, please. Another short ball.
Gary sticking to with a draw. Needs that big whip now. Needs the whip.
John doesn't like that.
Big ball there from Gary. He's probably going to actually sit in for second here. He has. Oh,
Not
he's
quite, just run out.
Run out. That's a better line to his last.
It is.
All down to the pace. All down to pace.
Strength's good as well. Yeah, it's a great ball. Well played.
That'd be a bit of a swap down the other side here, mate, I would think, innit? Just a little nudge.
As long as he doesn't get full ball into the jack. Just thinking, looking at the scoreboard, does he go and try and beat his own down the backhand and just make it a harder two? With a chance of drawn. You've called it though, mate. He's going forehand. Maybe you try and clip this off. Yep.
It's not going to get out. Well, interesting to see if Gary can sit that back ball, whether his front end counts or not. He's got the same line, is he up?
No, I think he's a slightly tighter line. And he's short as well.
So what it is, we now go into end number 6. Three to John. Gary's kept the mat up, back this time, so I think he might go T to T here. John took the first set 5-3. It was threes apiece going into the last ball. So much for my T to T.
Solid start. Good pace.
One result in, Mr. Hartley. Paul Hartley's defeated Ryan Lowe in straight sets.
Line again, eh, from Gary. Good strength again as well. It's a better line from John. It's probably the better line of the 3 balls so far if he's up.
Is he on the Carlisle line if he's up?
Just lacking, isn't he?
Oh, not by much. If you want a front touch, you want a front touch, you're aiming it.
Oh, flick the jack through on the top side.
That should be close.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs to run.
Doesn't want to go and sit next to his other ball because I
Very
think John will
good.
attack.
Oh, he's got the white aim, mate.
He's perfect.
Well played.
Great ball. Great ball. Don't think the angle's there through the plant to get the 3 of them.
He'd get a grab. Oh, thinned one out. Well, Gary's on the line. Just needs to run. Be close with this.
Don't think he's up, is he? I don't think he's up. Doesn't really. The shot ball's the massive benefit, but if he misses, it doesn't really make much difference because he's got to win the last end anyway.
Don't think he's got enough in it.
Yeah.
So, 2 it is. Gary goes 5-4 up. And we lost the first set.
So, Gary wins the end. It's a tie break. John wins the end. Game over. Back and start. Just pulling up.
He got that whip. scratchy end.
John's persisted with his hand all the way through the game and he hasn't quite nailed it.
I think the way the two been drawn, mate, the shot ball's still up top end.
I agree.
Better line here.
Yeah, he's good with this. Just needs to run.
Needs to run past it. Needs to run. Oh,
He's caught the front again.
Well,
Still plenty of room. That's the best line John's played so far. If he's got good weight, he's perfect.
he's kicking it.
If he's got good weight, he's perfect.
He's weighed in, mate. He's weighed in. Oh, what a ball. Just to give you a look at that angle there.
These are the type of balls Smithy's made a career of.
Yeah.
But he needs a big one. It's still there for him on the hand he's been playing, but he needs to be dead pace. Anything under, he'll just flick off the front balls. Anything just over, he'll not get back. So yeah, that's more on the
looks like it's skinny. I
underside.
don't think he's up.
No, he's missed it. So win for John.
Well done there, John. Tied the second set, won the first set 5-3. Commiserations to Gary. Thanks everybody for watching again. As I say, we're probably running, we're just looking across.
Not too bad actually, could be alright, 20 minutes or so.
Could be kicking on around about 4:30. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Go and grab yourselves a coffee, dip in, dip out, and we will catch you for the next one. This, as always, has been a Wrong Bias podcast production. Thanks.